Air, fire, earth, lightning. Long ago, the MapleStory nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Black Mage attacked. Only the dragon hero Freud, master of the dragons, could stop him. But when the world needed him most, he died. A couple of 100 years passed since then when a farmer boy finds a mysterious egg. Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Today we're training the magician hero Evan to level 200. This farm boy and his lizard have a long road ahead of him, so let's get going. We're playing in the MapleStory EU Reboot server. In EU Reboot, instead of the servers burning like in an A Reboot, the maps are burning, which speeds up our training a lot. We only have 5 other characters at level 200 at this point, so don't expect any crazy link skills or legion for this character. Actually, thanks to this character I finally reached 1500 legion in Reboot, so yay for that. Up until level 20 I followed the Evan quest line and hanged around a bit in Victoria Island. In first job Evan gets their mana burst skill, which will be upgraded with each job advancement. They also get the classic magic guard and teleport skills, some passive buffs and a final attack like skill. Every time you attack there's a chance that your dragon mirror will attack as well. You know, I used to be somewhat of an MMA myself, but I stopped playing on that character a long time ago, so most of this is new for me as well. We wrapped things up over at the giant tree in Alinea and reached level 30. Our lizard just got a bit bigger and we unlocked airbending. The next 37 levels we're going to do nothing but team dungeons, so let's go over the skills instead. Evan gets 12 new skills in his second job advancement, so there is a lot to talk about. We get our first taste of what this unique class plays like with the skills Wind Cycle, Dragon Flash, Wind Flash, Flash Return and Return. Whenever you command your lizard Mir to attack with Dragon Flash and Evan himself uses the attack Wind Circle, a fusion attack called Wind Flash will trigger. When Wind Flash or Dragon Flash is active, you can use the Return skill to stop Mir from attacking and have him return to you. When this happens, the skill Return Flash triggers, which will leave a debuff on nearby monsters. And that is a very simple and straightforward and hopefully understandable explanation of how this class works. You want to keep using Mir to attack while triggering fusion skills, and after a couple of seconds you want Mir to return to you and apply buffs and debuffs. Evan is a class where practice makes perfect. Dragon Flash lasts 3.5 seconds and so does your fusion skill, so you have to time things right to get the longest uptime on your skills. And of course you can use fusion skills earlier or not at all, and return can be used without the fusion skill for a quick buff or debuff. The debuff that is applied when using Dragon Flash lasts 60 seconds, so you only need to apply it every now and then, and usually it's only applied when fighting boss monsters. Evan gets, besides teleport, also an upwards jump, and using this also triggers return. It does take some time to get used to, for me at least. I think I had to grow some new connections in my brain, because my brain was like, oh, this class can jump upwards, that means this class has flash jump. No, it does not, this class has teleport. Also, I wanted to move around the map faster, but jumping up would return Mir to me and cause me to stop using my skills, which was also not ideal. So it took some time to get used to, but I did get used to it eventually. And to top things off, when Mir is attacking, the farm boy gets an increase in damage as well, so it's highly recommended to use your lizard to its fullest extent and not just spam magic missile. By the way, if you are enjoying today's Training to 200 video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more MapleStory content. Make sure to hit that bell notification as well so you never miss a video. And after all these team dungeons, it's time for the third job advancement. Man, last time I played Evan there were 8 job advancements and you had to pay for a magic guard. I'm glad they changed that though. In third job, Evan gets another buff to his mana burst and he learns a ton of new skill. Thunder Circle is a lightning based attack with a nice big vertical range. We just skip fire bending and learn lightning bending right away, huh? And we also learn a cool new move called Dragon Dive. This skill is another skill that Mir uses, so you can use return, and when you do, you'll buff yourself and your party members' attack speed for 60 seconds. The second job debuff also lasted only 60 seconds, so I guess that if you want to play Evan you need to stay focused on your buffs and debuffs because they have quite short timers. No slacking off if you want to become the next Dragon Master. For some reason, luck was on my side for once and I rolled a legendary inner ability in like 5 clicks. I settled for a 90% chance to skip cooldowns in the end, so if you see me sometimes spam some skills, that's the reason why. Evan also gets more creative with his fusion skills. You can now use Dragon Drive and Thunder Circle to create a lightning field that generates orbs that deal damage. And to be honest, this fusion skill was kinda useless to me when training. By the way, if you're using Dragon Dive and then you use Mana Burst, Evan is really starting to look like a machine gun magician. He attacks so fast, so many lines. But there is another awesome looking Thunder Fusion skill which can be used when using the second job skill Dragon Flash and Thunder Circle. That's some black magic pentagram that I can appreciate. I don't know what's with this class. Some skills are either super cool and some are just kinda Another one of those skills is Magic Debris. You create You guessed it, magic debris every now and then when attacking. You can use the skill to activate them and deal additional damage. But the damage is so minimal, I ended up removing the skill from my hotkeys to make more space for my other skills. After throwing Mirror around for a while, we reached level 100 and unlocked the 4th job advancement. Finally, we've mastered earth bending and fire bending, and now we have all elements at our disposal. We finally have become the true Dragon Master. Dragon Breath is our fire attack, and this attack is hotter than anyone's mixtape. It's straight fire. We can combine the skill with the 2nd job wind skill to create a vortex of fire that deals even more damage, or with our new earth skill we put Mirror on a pedestal and fire off a laser of fire to multiple enemies. When using recall, when any fire skill is active, we set the ground on fire for 30 seconds, dealing damage to any monster that walks over it. And the new skill, Earth Cycle, can also be combined with the 3rd job skill Dragon Dive for an enhanced earth-based attack. As an Evan, you want to keep cycling through your skills to apply your buffs and debuffs. Earth and fire-based skills are great for training early on. Later, when you're pro and way higher level, you'll eventually also use Wind Flash to grind. So yeah, I mentioned this before, but Evan is a piece of work, and to make things even more interesting, if your MP is between 35% and 100%, Evan's magic attack is boosted by 35%, so you need to keep an eye on your MP as well. Quick Evan tip by the way, make sure you complete the Silent Crusade questline and the Arcarian questline to get an additional beginner skill called Inherited Will. This skill will give a small stat and magic attack boost. At level 140 we learn our first hyper skill. We can now summon this epic looking dragon which hits like a wet noodle. The other hyper skill though, Evan's skills are either hit or miss, but this skill isn't a hit, it's a dragon level disaster for any monster that crosses its path. We hop on Mirror's back and unleash a massive attack. Honestly, if you find one of those runes that reduces cooldown, you're gonna have a lot of fun. It does a ton of damage, you can fly, and on top of all things you are invincible as long as you're using the skill. Crazy! The only downside is that it has a 4-minute cooldown. We reach 5th job and you guessed it, we get more fusion skills. The skill Dragon Slam unlocks, which is quite similar to Dragon Dive, but okay. But this skill we can combine with our other new 5th job skill called Elemental Barrage, and when we do that all hell breaks loose. The skill triggers a fusion skill Wyrmking's Breath, which will deal a ton of damage and looks pretty cool. Elemental Barrage can be used by itself as well, but no idea why you would want to do that. This skill has a 60-second cooldown and Dragon Slam has a 20-second cooldown, so you can use them quite often. When you use Recall while Dragon Slam is active, a green vortex appears that deals damage, which is not too bad either. If you use Mana Burst, press the down key and then use it again, the skill Spiral of Mana triggers, which is a true mana machine gun. Evan can keep using Mana Burst while the skill is active. It's more of a summon thing, but if you use Mana Burst, the amount of hits of Spiral Mana is decreased. The skill only has a 5-second cooldown, so you want to use that thing as often as possible. And their final 5th job skill is Elemental Radiance, summoning a big crystal in the sky that needs to be charged by attacking. Once fully charged, you unleash another cool looking big AoE attack that's not only great when mobbing but also ignores 100% enemy defense, so it packs a punch against bosses as well. And that was Evan. What do you think about this class? Let me know in the comments. As always, many thanks to our members for making this video possible. Thanks to Niels de Comic, Rama Waar, Sebastian Hanoi, FLX, Jeff Wang, Pinky Traveler, Terry Kim, Jiju, Galaxy Art, Jesus Rodriguez, Verrees, Ricer Ayu, Driesumker, Plux, Zenny, Wiley, Francisco Sousa, History Cannon, Backspace, OTI, CMAX, Safromex, Lonzo, BG Extremes, Harry Gardner, Ido Hyman, Anwar NHI, Brandon, Frank Puget, Ziggy Deer, Fine Asian Guy, Mr. Potemkin, Flidiot, Beamer WT, Lars Smits, Edgar, Knifesu and Chen125. If you would like to manage to as well and get early access to new videos, make sure to check out that join button below this video. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!